So we've left Kuna Matata and we follow the sat-nav, and according to the sat-nav we are on the road to our right. Somehow we just followed the signs and we're on this tiny little track that runs for about 5 miles parallel to this, and it joins later, but it did look like there was a brand new road built, and Claire's worried.
This is hilarious. We're still in the civilised world. We haven't reached exciting countries yet. We're following Tom's very elderly sat-nav that said the road went straight across. It didn't have this new road that cut us off, and now we're just following this track. Follow us for more adventures, because who knows where we're going to turn up. We got to the end of the track, got a little bit muddy, funny metal thing sticking out of the road, a little bit worried about tyres, and then round the corner straight onto tarmac and onto a proper road again. That was a good start to the day. Let's see what the rest of the day brings. We've made it into our second new country for both Tom and I on this trip. We're in Slovakia, and it's mountainous and green and autumnal colours again.
Welcome to our video, Castles of Slovakia. Well, there are actually lots of castles here. There's probably hundreds. You're going to see 3.
We're starting with Bojnice Castle. The reason this went onto our list is because it was the castle that Ewan McGregor and Charlie Borman stopped off at on the long way round. So that's the only reason I've heard of it. But it is very pretty. We parked here last night and we were the only people here. Absolute silence, but the castle was all lit up. Very beautiful.
The next one is called?
Not a clue.
And the one after that?
Not a clue.
But
the next one is on a cliff, on a precipice, and looked really cool on a drone shot. And the last one is reputed to be the biggest castle complex in Europe. That's all I know.
Let's go.
Come with us. Such a fairy tale castle as you approach it.
Yeah, very much. Unfortunately, we could only book onto the Slovak speaking tour today, and it's a bit difficult to keep up to where we are. However, we've got our trusty bit of paper, there it is, telling you where you are. And now I know this is the gallery. It's obviously really. You can guess by the panelling here, all made of cedar, this is called the Oriental Room and was used as a study by the Count. This is the smallest courtyard of the palace and contains a well, dropping down 27 metres to a cave which we're going to go to later. As you know, Claire loves a cave. And finally, we go to the cave at the bottom where the well is. As you know, Claire loves a cave. 27 metres down. Millions of tons of rock above us. Dark, wet. Claire loves it.
Hun, shut up.
It's nowhere near as dark and big as Claire hoped for. 27 metres down, one big cave, and that's the bottom of the well. That's a long way. She's loving it.
She's not, but she's doing it anyway, because that's what you do. You conquer your fears. And I'm much better at it now than I was a few years ago. Still don't like it. That's where we walked round the bottom there. Because we walked all the way up there.
So the castle was lovely, as you've just seen. I would give it a solid 5 out of 10. How about you? Yeah. The castle looks way better on the outside, like a fairy tale, like a film set maybe. The inside was a bit plain, there's not a lot in there, to be honest. The guide was a bit testy, I think, was the best way.
She didn't like us.
She didn't like, I don't think she liked foreigners.
If you ever come here, don't even look like you're thinking about touching something, because you will get told off.
So yeah, solid 5 out of 10. We'll see you on the next one in a minute.
Good morning.
Hello. Good morning. Right, start going.
This is
No, do start again.
Okay. Good morning.
Morning.
It's now the next day, and we are at castle number 2, Orava. Probably pronounced that wrong. Please tell me if I have. And we are in Orava something.
I'll stick it here somewhere.
It's quite a view. It's beautiful in front of us. It's also quite a hill. So let's get ready for 2 fat, unfit people to climb the hill. Check this out. Orava Castle is one of the best preserved medieval castles, not only in Slovakia but in the whole of Europe. Archaeological evidence confirms that Slavonic tribes inhabited the castle hill from the 9th century, though it is thought that a castle fortress was constructed here in the 1200s. first courtyard is the Pillar of Slander, where minor thieves were tied to the pillory and exposed to public disdain and mockery. This hall is dominated by a Renaissance column, the footings of which were only discovered in 2013 during renovations. St Michael's Chapel was built between 1610 and 1611 as a Protestant place of worship, and below a family crypt was built. The second smaller crypt belongs to the Henkel family who lived in the castle in the 17th century.
As you know, Claire loves a cave, especially with dead people in it.
Yeah, but there are very little dead people in there. They're probably a little bit dusty now. The central courtyard is dominated by a water well that was originally some 90 metres deep and reached the river Orava. Having been damaged in the Great Fire in 1800, its current depth is just 64 metres. Luckily for me, Tom couldn't find a way of getting down there. We've made it to the very top. To give you an idea of how high up we are, there's two photographs here I'm going to show you. This one, you can see how long the castle is right up the top, and we think we are up in this bit possibly, but then if you look on this photo, look how thin and how precarious that is, and we are on that. And as you can see, there's a window there, there's a window there, we're at the very top, and Tom just stood in one of those windows and went, no, I want to stand in the middle. I don't want to stand on the edge. It does feel very weird being this high up. Didn't realise there was another flight of stairs. We've come up even higher, and there's a great big glass window looking out along the precipice. And that goes even higher up there, but the public aren't allowed up into that bit. But look at that view. I wish I counted how many stairs we came up, because that was a lot of stairs. But originally, this is the first castle, the first bit is right up the top here. And originally there were no stairs, you could only get up here by rope ladders or being hauled up by ropes. You imagine doing that? You wouldn't want to nip out to the shops, would you? You'd want to stay here. That is a lot of faff. Now I need you.
Oh, Claire's favourite. A cave. Oh. Hello, Claire. Hello, Claire. I've come to see you.
Oh, I forgot how many steps that was now. Thanks. So, that's the end of that tour. I think I'd give that castle a solid 9. We've been here 2.5 hours. There's a lot of steps up. I counted the steps down. There's about 250 and a lot of slopes, and I reckon it was more like 500 going up. Yeah, been here 2.5 hours. Definitely a good tour. €13 for me. Tom's half price because he's an old git. You also get with that an audio tour, so take your headphones with you. And you download an app onto your phone, which is really good, really informative.
Yeah, really good, really enjoyed it. I give it 9 and a bit out of 10. Just getting out the main gate, there's people coming in. Well, they'll have to wait for me for a minute. Yeah, 9.5 out of 10. Can't give it 10 out of 10 because we don't know what the next one's going to be.
No.
But this so far has been value for money. Loved it.
You also get a workout with it because it is a long way up. But yeah, really good.
Time for coffee. So here we are, finally at castle number 3, and this is called
Spijski Hard.
as apparently one of the largest castle complexes in Europe and the biggest in Eastern Europe. Well, we're going to stop here tonight. You might just be able to see Peggy down in the bottom corner about there. We're going to stop here tonight and we're going to be up there first thing in the morning when it opens at 9 o'clock.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Castle number 3, still can't pronounce it. Spijski Hard, I think it is.
I'll put it here somewhere.
And it is up there. We've got to climb up there. And you know that we love a hill.
And it's an awfully long way up. Proper out of breath already. We're nearly there, 2/3. 15 seconds of heavy breathing on video.
People are paying good money for that.
Oh, the best news is there's a coffee shop. So far, we are the only 2 punters here. We have the whole castle to ourselves, other than about 30 members of staff we've seen. Tell me, why are castles always at the tops of hills when you're this unfit and tired? They are hard, but look at the view. It is incredible. Unfortunately, lots of the castle are shut at the moment due to restoration works, including probably half of the big bit here, But never mind, we'll go up the tower in a minute and see it from there. That looks like a long way up.
Somehow we get up. Good luck.
Yeah, this is tight.
You fit?
It's tight, it's fine. It's narrow.
It's snug.
So that's the first floor of about 4 more to go. Claire's turn, up you go.
Thanks.
It is very tight. And if you're claustrophobic, you're buggered. But the 360-degree view from the top was definitely worth it. We come into the kitchen area. And they've actually set up a kitchen. For me though, sadly, this is the only bit of the whole castle that they've done anything touristic with. It looks lovely, the whole castle is fantastic, it's huge, but this is the only bit they've set up.
But to add to that, I will defend them. They are doing a lot of renovations at the moment, so there's sections that look as though they're going to be museum-esque, but they're full of builders' rubble right now, and there's a lot of workmen here. So I should imagine in a few years' time it'll be different.
So that's castle 3 of 3 done. I don't think we're going to do any more in Slovakia. We're a little bit castled out today.
A little bit, yeah.
That was a lovely castle. It's huge. A little bit like Corfe Castle, if anyone's ever been there in Dorset. It's lovely. It's ruins. There's not a lot more else there. There's not a lot of information. So I'm going to give this a 4 out of 10.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to upgrade Castle 1 to about a 6 out of 10. And yesterday's castle, the big one, I'm going to give a 10 out of 10 because that was incredible with the audio and everything there yesterday was brilliant. So today was a bit of a blur, but that's the 3 castles. I hope you've enjoyed it. Keep following us and we'll see you next week.